My name is Olga. I'm from Russia, from St. Petersburg, and I'm the founder of one of the founders of NGO Good Deeds Case. I'm here to represent the tool digital storytelling. It's actually a very powerful methodology. Why? Because storytelling, you know what is storytelling? When the person come up with the story, with his own personal story, and then he tells the story. So the main aim of this tool is to share via digital stuff. Because you can do it by your own when you feel comfortable, and then you just create a story online, and then you can show it on the screen. So you don't need to perform in front of the people. So for migrants, it's much easier to do in this way. First, you write a script, then you have to record your voice, because voice has the main power in the digital storytelling when you tell your story. Storytelling, you know, this word is very important. Then, when everything is done, the voice recorded, and you have to find the pictures, the images you would like to put on your video. It could be whatever, it's up to your creativity. But it should be your personal picture, your photos. And then you combine all of these three things, like recording, images, also you can add some titles or music or whatever if you feel. And then this video must be shown. And that's I would like to empathize, you know. Because sometimes people do the video and then they're shy to show because they feel like it's kind of confession. They are not ready for that. But if it will be shown, the pain you have, it will just go. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name and where are you from?
Hello, I am Sarah from Spain. I am part of the project Social Erasmus inside ESN, Erasmus Student Network. My workshop is about education through theater. An example is create an imaginary community and society. A new culture with children, so they can understand how a culture can accept or not a migrant. So we create this new work with the children. They can draw, they can represent them, and the important is that they can take the decision. So they are like adults.
Okay.
They like it, and after create this imaginary culture, they create everything, they take the role, and they represent a day in this community. And then we take the problem. For example, we have a new visit. Can be a migrant, can be someone from a war, can be some historical moment to understand. For example, we work about how the Vikings go to England. So they understand the historical moment with the migration and reflect about the decision.
This is Sarai from Spain.
My workshop is empathy art. It's based on the idea that empathy can connect us and move our feelings to understand the situation of migrant people. I only need papers, felt tips, and very emotional music. Understand the feelings like migrant people when you are involved in these movements, okay? But not for other people that probably don't understand, or don't have empathy. It's probably you can use with children, you can use with teenagers, you can use with adults, because you only move the instructions. The feelings of the people normally when we finish the workshop is so sad. So sad. People was crying yesterday, you know.
And for finally, we make a little surprise that is all the people put good things about you, and you have a present for record these moments.
My name is Tomasz Gliński. I came from the UK, however, I was born in Poland, so I'm one of those migrants living in the UK and working with other migrants. What brings me here was mostly showing the tool which is called participatory video. It's a video created by community about the community, showing their problems, their concerns, their view on the world. Every community is different, every group is different, and there are some barriers. In this case, we might say that they are based on the culture, trauma experience, self-esteem, to be confident. What is important in participatory video is that the art is working for community work. It's not just to create a film and show the story we have, especially if it's designed not by members of the community. It's about creating something authentic, not necessarily ideal in the terms of the art, but authentic voice of the community. It's not only a video making workshop. It's we are working about the personal, social, cultural problems.
I'm Edson, Edson Ferraje, and the workshop that I shared yesterday, it's a tool in the street art. We try to make it with a lot of people. It's a community painting. Yesterday was about the migrants, so we thought about all the good things and those things that migration would bring us to our countries and our culture. And then in the end, with white color, we just leave one sentence, one word that we wanted to share with everybody. In this case, it was Mundo Connection. It was Mundo is a Spanish word that is world and connection, because it was what we brought, like a kind of connection with this. Everybody's kind of connected. Actually, I think it's really strong to work with the community.
My name is Agnes Serkli, and I am a volunteer of an organization in Hungary called Útilapu Hálóz. My work there is that I'm leading a project called Open Doors Hungary, and we work with migrants, mainly with young refugees, and also with the Hungarian society, and we try to do things together. Originally, I'm a graphic designer, so I believe very much in the power of pictures and in the visual communication. So what we did here in the workshop was very connected with that. We used visual communication in a very abstract way. First of all, we described a problem. We just mentioned a problem. Every participant had had to write one word, and we collected all these words on small papers and we put it in a hat. And then every participant picked a word and had to make an abstract composition, only with forms, with feelings, with colors, to express what is this conflict. And then the next step was that every participant chose a composition of another participant, and the task was to solve this problem on a visual way. Maybe if it works on a visual way, probably it would work also in real life. How design and problem solving could affect life.
Hello, my name is Salva. I'm from Melilla, in the north of Africa. It's a Spain city in Africa. It's a strange situation. I propose this workshop, Did I speak violence, a talk about our name. Our name with a door about our identity. I work with the graphic elaboration with clay, our name.
That's nice.
We print this name, this graphic elaboration in different t-shirts.
Okay, like this.
Yes.
Thank you. What is your job in Spain?
Now I live and work in Italy, in Pisa. I am a freelancer art therapist. I work with different social contexts, different association organizations.
Hello, I'm Edward from Georgia. I came here from the Youth for Some Rural Development. We had some conversations about migrants, about their problems, which was really useful for me. As my workshop, it was about problem solutions with migrants. We had some simulation game. We had a situation like someone was helping to another participant, someone was doing this job only himself or herself. And this is the way what I wanted to show others, that what is better way, which is better way to keep contacts with them and be more like close to them, or let them do something themselves and they will survive and it's enough for them, or we have to do something for society.
My name is Evelina. Here is my organization. It's called Word Up, and we use spoken word poetry as a tool for social inclusion and intercultural learning. At the moment, when we run events, we have 10 or 12 people performing, and anybody can come and watch, of course. And in our organization, we try to mix artists with youth workers. At the moment, we have around always like 50 people, at least 50 people coming. So it's quite big. We only started last year in May.
You have advertisement or flyers?
We use social media mostly,
okay.
and the word of mouth, because it's the most productive, I think,
Yeah.
because then people really talk from their experience and they involve people they know, so it's faster growing. And it's really strange because I was saying yesterday that I get invited to my own events by somebody I don't know, and it's really cool.
I am Fatih from Turkey. My job is project coordinator and I'm a teacher almost. My workshop name is Ebru, like a painting on the water. In the Ebru technique, the participant can create their special design on the water, and they can transfer to paper their design. The Ebru is transferred on the paper, their imaging and feeling and all of them. They are a signature of people, maybe.
Hello Palermo, hello Italy. I came from Georgia. My name is George also. My workshop was about make small model of the society, and there was local people, local society, and with local culture and common language. And there was also two migrants. It was about how will they act, how will they assimilate in the society, or will they feel themselves frustration because of not understanding the local people. And also one of the main point was about their acting, its cooperation. Will they cooperate together or not? It was the main topic in this workshop, and we used participants to show the feelings of immigrants. How do they feel when they come into the local society, and how the cultural difference, common differences affect them on their feelings and their emotions. And we discussed how do migrants feel about themselves, and how do they act when they are moving from their homeland, from their houses and from their other countries to another country. And it was quite helpful because we made them feel the real feelings of the immigrants, and it was a small model of the modern society we live in. Oh, thank you very much. Grazie mille.
I'm Gor from Armenia. I'm presenting CEIPES Armenia. I have two tools. First one, you take two people who speak different languages from different countries. You also give the topic. It's very important to choose an actual topic. So first person is presenting the topic in his mother tongue and also showing with mimica and with gestures what is he talking about. The second one is trying to guess and translate it to English or the language, the common spoken language. And the second tool is totally opposite of this. Is usually we take 25 people and break them in 5 groups. You give them some time, let's say 5 minutes, and they should make a performance on a topic that you gave them. And while they're making the performance and in the performance, all of them, they should speak in their mother tongue.
Okay, I'm Irene, and I'm from CEIPES organization. We are based in Palermo. Actually, I'm from a city near Naples, but I have lived in Palermo for 2 years. And this is a tool that CEIPES used a lot at the school Living Library. So it's a library, but instead of books, we have human beings. So you can come to the library and borrow a book for a while, like for 15 or 20 minutes, and so you can read it. So it's like actually you read his or her own stories. It works like a real library, so you can come, you have your cards, you decide the titles and the books that you want to read, and you have certain rules, very strict rules, so you cannot ruin the book that you are borrowing, so you treat it very well. And also the book needs to be comfortable, so if there is a situation where they feel uncomfortable, they can stop the conversation as well. And this lasts like 3 hours, so with different arts. And you can do it like a single event, or you can do it in different contexts, like in schools or real libraries or within festivals. And this is how it works.
My name is Alistair and I come from Montenegro. We have done various projects with migrant communities, and what brought me here was the interest to know more about how art can actually impact their lives and how it can be used to foster links between different communities and groups. Well, I delivered a workshop called storytelling as a method for fostering multiculturalism in society. During that workshop, we divided participants in groups of 2, in pairs of 2 people, and I asked them to simulate that they are members of conflicting communities from war zones. And we asked them to project prejudices that exist among their respective communities on the other person coming from the other community. So, for instance, I asked the Georgian guy to project all the prejudices that Georgians have toward the Russians, and the Croat girl to project all the prejudices that her community has toward the Serbians. Since there are almost 20 participants, I had the opportunity to meet various people and to gain valuable insights about how they see the problem of migrants in their communities and how they try to solve them.
Hello, my name is Maja. I come from Croatia, from Umag. Here in Palermo, I came to present my workshop on the topic of beauty through space and time. With this toolkit, you can explore how beauty is something different in different countries through different times, how it is a relative concept, and how it isn't something we should take for granted. But we should develop our critical thinking towards media that presents us a certain image, how women and men should look like, how they should behave. In my workshop, I use different tools with the aim of empowerment of the participants, like talking circles, like short educational parts, 10-15 minutes, like exploring different images in the media coming from different countries, talking about gender roles in different societies, in different countries, comparing them. And also we finish by talking about possible ideas for activism. How can we make our societies better? What can we do to make ourselves feel better? That's it.
Let's talk about my workshop, which I did 2 days ago here. The activity was more about group work, which I did here, kind of simulation game, let's say like this, called Build Your City. So we had 8 participants, and some of them they had special roles, and we wanted to create a city with all like buildings, stations, and different kind of things which really exist in our real cities. And also the aim of the objective was to understand why it's important to understand what's the need of our societies and to create all the possibilities for everyone, not just for ourselves, but also to think about others as well around us. So during the discussion, we talked about why do we need to act, why do we need to protest when something wrong is happening. But we are youth workers, and we can really do a lot for other people to help them and to, let's say, to make society better.
My workshop was about some topics, actually some methods from the drama and in education. In work with children, we also work with adults, however. So we try to explore how you feel when you are in some your community with the same behavior, which everything is the same, and when somebody else from different community is coming inside. And we just explore this feeling. How did you feel inside yourself, which is your emotions, what confusions you have when you're coming here in this new place and everything else. And I was very satisfied how you were in group. What's your impression about?
Oh, for me it was really, really nice because I have this experience in the theater field, so I love, and I think it's a strong tool to connect with you and
Yeah.
the deepest feelings of the people. So it's really nice, and for me it was really interesting.
Nice.
I'm Nena Močnik. Originally I'm from Slovenia, but now I am based and I work in Finland. I'm a researcher, teacher as well, but I also work a lot as a cultural worker and applied drama practitioner. I work a lot with discrimination, social exclusion. I'm very much focused on sexual violence that comes together with conflicts, and mostly things connected with the conflict and society that actually went through the conflict and are now in the process of reconciling. Basically what we do is we use different techniques, how to express through the body, through the voice, through the singing, dancing, so all different forms, art forms, to talk about our lives. So we use drama and dramatic expression for storytelling, basically. It's the same method that you use in communities. And what's the advantage of this? It's that you don't force people to talk about it, but through the very long process of warming up, playing a lot with the bodies, playing with each other, you're exploring, in my case, because I work a lot with trauma, you are exploring the origins of trauma, the feelings, how is it stored in your body, and you try to share it with the community.
Hello, my name is Lise Emam. I am from Armenia. Here in this project I represent CEIPES Armenia. As a workshop I represented the workshop that is called the Art of Small Steps. So the methodology is firstly drawing, then storytelling and kind of empathy. Because when working with migrants, what we mostly do in our organizations, we need firstly to try at least to understand what they feel and how they feel when they go to another country. So the first part of the workshop is consisted of three main parts. The first part is about concept of the art of small steps. The participants just tell what they understand, and it differs so much for each of them. The second part is drawing with closed eyes. They draw how they imagine for themselves this art of small steps. And after this, the third part is already they think of a story. So from the concept and imagination, they go to their real life, and they try to think of a story that happened to them, which is connected with small or big steps.